Next is going to be collaborative webinars, right? So give consistent market updates to your clients and prospects. They deserve it. You should be seen as the primary source of information for anything real estate and finance related. So I'll give you an idea of what one of those looks like.
Hi everybody, it's Natalie Boyle with the Boyle Group. I'm here with my financing partner, Ryan Grant, and today we're going to talk about what's going on in the real estate market and also the financing world. So Ryan, I know the big question a lot of my buyers and homeowners have right now is, now that the Fed's taken the rate to zero, what does that really mean?
Yeah, it means 0% mortgages for everybody. No, we wish that were the case. The reason why this happened, the Fed was initially supposed to meet as of today, but they made this announcement on Sunday, which speaks volumes as to how necessary it was, right? Because there is a problem with liquidity in our economy. Nobody wanted to buy anything; everybody just wanted to get cash out of the market. So, so Monday of last week, interest rates were in the very low 3s to high 2s, depending on the type of product it was. And almost overnight, as the next day, interest rates went up almost a full percentage point, right? And then they kind of continued through the week. So I won't make you guys watch the entire thing, but essentially it's an interview back and forth. It's about 13 minutes long. And we put that out on social media, put it out in her world, put it out in our world. There's 6 different things you can talk about right now, right? And you could do one video a day, right, that talk about each one of these things. Like, hey, right now, obviously everybody's in their home. There's probably, looking around the house, wondering if there's some things that should be fixed or repaired or updated, or, trying to figure out when to do that or how to do that. If you don't have a home concierge service for your home, if you don't have a personal assistant for your house that is helping you manage these things, helping you work with contractors, helping you save your receipts and invoices, and you can even just screen share this, right? If you don't have, somebody helping you, by creating a home diary or to-do list or a maintenance schedule, right? Like, our team is happy to provide this for you, right? We provide this for all of our clients and all of our future clients. It doesn't cost anything. There's no cost. There's no commitment. You have so much content at your fingertips right now that other people don't have, right? Because there's not much other people can offer right now, right? If you're a realtor, you can only offer to help someone buy or sell a home, but if they don't want to, how are you going to adopt them? If you're a lender, if someone doesn't want to do a mortgage right now, same thing, right? So utilize your Art of Homeownership platform to put your content out there. And not only are people going to see it and be excited or interested in it or curious about it, but other real estate partners will see it for you, lenders out there, financial planners. I had a financial planner reach out to me the other day. She said, hey, I saw some of your content on your Art of Homeownership platform. We run a huge financial services firm up in LA, and I'd love to talk about partnering with you because it sounds like you guys do that, right? I said, yeah, absolutely. She just sent me a Facebook message. So the more content you're putting out right now, the better you will be. So try and elevate yourself out of the chaos and the minutia, especially lenders, even real estate agents. Try and elevate yourself out of it into content creation. All 6 of these things. Hey, if you're getting ready to move, right? If you're thinking of moving, if you don't have relocation technology that's going to save you thousands of dollars and hours upon hours of time and an incredible amount of headache, do yourself a favor. Reach out to us. We'll offer this to you. It doesn't cost you anything. Right? We're happy to help you with it. Now, next thing I want to go over is buying now versus later. So I want you all to watch this. This is from a guy that we follow, and it will give you some good insight as to what we should be doing right now.
Assumes that the liquidity problem gets solved by the Fed, and I think it will. The S&P goes to at least 1,800. Here's the important part. Home buyers, if your mortgage loan officer sent you this, take heed. Please, 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 please. I'm going to get this right. Remember, Warren Buffett said when people get greedy, you should be fearful. There's been a lot of greed in the home buying market. Seller greed, buyer FOMO, fear of missing out, drove home prices up. I don't think there was a bubble ever created in home prices. I don't think we're nearly at a bubble. But greed is a time to be fearful. I wouldn't have been buying in this home market, not just yet, unless I could get a payment less than rent. That's what it's all about. But so fearful homeowners will pull back, and the brilliant homeowners will jump in without the competition they fought against for the 2 years. How would you like to make an offer and have it accepted? How would you like to make an offer a few percent lower than asked and get it accepted? It's going to be a wonderful feeling. Home buyers, what you've gone through is not normal. It's not normal in history. So again, whether in homes, stocks, or bonds, when people are greedy, be fearful. And when people are fearful, be greedy. People are fearful, this is your time. This is your time to get in probably with the record low rates without the home buying competition. That's my thought. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Put any comments you have, put it in Facebook, and love to hear from you. Take care. Bye.
All right, so we'll forward that again. This will be forwarded out to everybody. Highly recommend you get buyers to watch that, or better yet, get that script down yourself. Make sure that you're talking to home buyers that way, that your agents are talking to home buyers that way. You're sharing that type of content, and you guys can watch that entire for now. This was from March 14th, right? So this was from that Sunday when the Fed dropped the rate. So still good information. Now, obviously, there's some updated stuff. So the seller opportunities that exist right now, a lot of people were heavily, leveraged into real estate, which is a great thing. And real estate is actually a great place to be right now. But for some people, it's not the best place to be for their specific situation, right? So maybe they need liquidity, they need cash right now, right? Or maybe they realize that the stock market is 40% on sale. And if they can sell a home right now and be able to take that revenue from the home sale, move it into the stock market or dollar cost average it in. So when the stock market moves back up, that's a 40% return on your investment in a very short period of time, assuming that we see that bounce back. So there are people who are going to entertain the idea of maybe selling some investment properties, maybe 1 or 2 investment properties if they own them. The opportunity there is, look, I don't care what you do. Right. I had this exact conversation with the buyer 2 days ago. He was trying to cancel his transaction. He was even going to give up his $10,000 earnest money deposit just because he was fearful. Right. So I said, look, I don't care if you end up buying this home or not. Right? But what I care about is that you're making a really educated and a rational decision, because your decision sounds very fear-based and emotional right now. And that's totally understandable. Right. I'm not trying to tell you that's not a good thing. If you let go of that $11,000, that's equivalent to 7 or 8 months of payments right there, right, that you're just going to give away. So if you honestly believe that this is going to impact your income for over a year, that you're not going to get your income back on track for over a year, then I think you should cancel. But if you think that your income will normalize or stabilize or be back on track anytime within a year, it doesn't make any sense to cancel. Right? It actually would put you in a worse financial situation. And he started realizing, he says, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I didn't think about it that way, right? I just thought about we were just kind of afraid and nervous. So they ended up moving forward and buying the home because they don't actually believe that they're going to be out of it for a year, right? Or their income will be really materialized that long. So not everybody's going to be in that situation. Not everybody will have removed their contingencies and have that money at risk, but that's why I said I don't care if he buys or not, right? I just care that he makes a confident, educated, smart, logical, and rational decision. So here's our housing forecast. So Fannie Mae put this out, I believe it was last week, and that was before the Fed rate drop and everything else. So this will most likely be updated. I think they do it every 2 weeks. So this will most likely be updated next week, and we'll try and share it when it comes out. But as you can see here, Fannie Mae projections were published on March 10th. Again, it's still a little out of date, but their annual forecast shows $2.6 trillion in mortgages this year. Again, on an average year, we do about $1.5 trillion as a mortgage industry. Keep in mind, their January forecast was $2 trillion. So they've already revised their numbers up by, by 600 billion in 60 days, right? And with this new Fed rate drop and everything else, that number is going to move higher. So the interesting thing to note is that the interest rate projections through 2020 and 2021, they actually show rates being flat through the year and even slightly lower to 2021. So this is going to be an extended volume period, right? If the virus cases actually, cause us to move from purchase focus in some markets to more refinance focus, the rates will remain low, not only for that, but for purchases. And there's going to be pent up demand once the virus gets addressed. You can see here, here's where we are. Here's where we're expected to go, right? We're going to go down, we're going to go down, and these numbers could be even lower. This is the average. So we could see, very, very much see interest rates on 30-year fixed that start with a 2, right? Which means 15-year fixed, they're going to start in the low 2s, right? So people can pay the same amount they're paying now on a 15-year and save an incredible amount of money, right? So when they're looking at buying a home, or even more importantly, buying investment properties, right? If you can buy an investment property on a 15-year term, that previously, a year ago, you would have bought on a 30-year term and have a similar payment or similar cash flow. And now, you're 40 years old or you're 45 years old, that home will be paid off by the time you're 55 or you're 60, right? There's your retirement. When you're talking to buyers and sellers, imagine buyers, aren't buying, sellers aren't selling, but the rates continue to drop and drop and drop. Imagine the demand pressure that's coming, right? So as soon as this thing gets addressed, not only are people going to fly out of their house because they've been cooped up forever, start traveling and buying things and going to restaurants and spending all the money that they just saved, by not going out or doing things. Talk to your buyers about what that demand is going to look like. Like, it's going to be a cannon shooting out when this thing comes out, because interest rates are going to be 3%. And, they're going to go up against 50 offers on a house, right? And sellers, may think, well, I want to wait for that. Well, that's fine. But if you can sell your home and buy the new one now at really good rates without that demand and without all that competition, knowing that you'll be able to most likely refinance your interest rate lower down the line, it's a great time to sell and buy a new one, right? Because the long-term goal is the new one, right? The short-term goal is getting a little bit more for your home. You could get a little bit more for your home, then you could pay a lot more for the new one or not even find it because there's going to be inventory challenges. We need to practice perspective and gratitude at a really, really high level, right? Because there are millions and millions of people in our country who are severely impacted by this. Restaurant industry is looking for bailouts. The airline industry is looking for bailouts. People are getting laid off and hiatus and furloughed at a really alarming rate. The government's looking to pass the $1 trillion act to be able to send checks to people. Everybody gets $1,000. I don't know how long that'll last, or what that will entail. But imagine the opportunity we have as mortgage lenders right now and as real estate partners, like especially mortgage lenders on this call. We have the opportunity to do business as usual in the comfort of our own home without fear of being out there in a world where we could get, we could contract the virus. And not only that, we have an opportunity to actually increase our earnings in a time where almost nobody is increasing their earnings and almost everyone's doing the exact opposite, right? The gratitude you should have for that should be phenomenal, but the responsibility that you now also have to help as many people as possible is overwhelming, right? That you should feel that responsibility, right? Like, you shouldn't work hard every day just to make more money. You should work hard every day because there's millions of people out there that really want to talk to you and that need your help, right? And real estate professionals is the exact same thing. But this is why I think real estate professionals need to be using the art of homeownership at such a high level now, because if you can put your clients and your prospects and the people in your sphere in touch with your lender, and your lender can help them analyze their situation and work through it, that's a responsibility that you both have to deliver. I was very happy to be in this industry 30 days ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, but never more so than now because of what we're seeing, right? And I know that, we can still do business as usual. I can still be around my family, right? Have my girls around. We need to understand that our gratitude also creates responsibility to help other people, experience some level of comfort, some level of confidence, and a massive level of education.